Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Stand Tall. It's September 15th. We are in The Art of War, Chapter 9, The Army on the March. We are only on verse 2 right now, which reads, Camp in high places, facing the sun. Do not climb heights in order to fight. So much for mountain warfare. Very interesting. Kind of talking about, just like last time, like don't take the high ground if you don't want to be seen by the enemy. We could like to go to the alternate translation, where some other military masters at the time like to add their little spin on what Master Sun says. And here he says, watch the light, stay on the heights. When fighting on a hill, do not climb. This applies to an army in the mountains. Dumu reflects that one version says, fight going down, not climbing up. Yeah, okay. I guess what that means is, sometimes people do advance uphill to go fight. Don't fight if someone's already got the high ground advantage. I would say take the high ground if nobody's there, but that's all maneuvering in later chapters. So let's see how we can tie that into some Western philosophy from some Stoicism. It looks like we're going to be reflecting on Epictetus. This is from the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. So pick up a copy if you don't have one, and all credit for this goes to them. So all credit for everything in the book. First, okay, September 15th, the garden is not for show. First, practice not letting people know who you are. Keep your philosophy to yourself for a bit. In just the manner that fruit is produced, the seed buried for a season, hidden, growing gradually, so it may come to full maturity. But if the grain sprouts before the stalk is fully developed, it will never ripen. That is the kind of plant you are. Displaying fruit too soon, and the winter will kill you. Epictetus Discourses 4.8, 35b 37. 35 to 37. Aha, okay. So this, of course, ties into yesterday's reading. Don't stay hidden, right? Growing gradually. Don't take don't get on top of the mountain, and that sort of thing. So, and of course, I think the reflection is kind of obvious on the correlation between don't fight up the hill. Don't don't sprout before becoming developed. Like, don't, you know what I mean? Okay. Of course you know what I mean. After all you've read, it might be tempting to think this stuff is great. I get it. I'm a Stoic, but it's not that easy. Just because you agree with the philosophy doesn't mean the roots have fully taken hold in your mind. Fooling with books so you can sound smart and have an intimidating library is like tending to a garden to impress your neighbors. Growing to feed a family, that's a pure and profitable use of your time. The seeds of Stoicism are long underground. Do the work required to nurture and tend to them so that they and you are prepared and sturdy for the hard winters of life. Okay. That's strong, that's powerful, right? Because first that like makes me think Jocko Willing style of, like always humble yourself. Like never get too far ahead. Always stay kind of like the salt of the earth, if you will. We have a dog now. We adopted a rescue. She's 4. She's making a lot of noise upstairs right now. Sorry for the interruption. And the fooling with books part, she must be playing. The fooling with books part, to sound smart, reminds me of a quote, and I'm not quite sure how it goes, but it has to do around, I'd rather have a few books dog-eared and tattered from reading them and devouring them so closely instead of a library full of books with pages untouched. And so that is something I often think about now, with books and just going through them and tagging them and marking them up and trying to highlight as little as possible. I mean, the growing a garden hits close to home because I'm not good at growing a garden, but as far as other parts of life, jokes aside about my own capacity to garden or not, I do see that as we look for pure and profitable uses of our time and we grow our army, so to speak, we grow our mindset to full maturity, to become fully developed and not ripen too quick, and make sure that we're laying the foundation for the strength. I think goes along with going over these tenets of the art of war, making sure that you're on strong foundation, maneuvering to the right places and things like that. So I think as long as we kind of keep that in the back of our mind, we can keep standing tall, and we'll see you on the next one.